You know, in India, the Asian elephant isn't just the largest animal on land. It's so much more than that. It's a symbol, a god, a coworker, and a neighbor. We're going to dive deep into this incredibly complex and ancient relationship, a bond that, right now, is at a breaking point.
Wow. Just look at this image. There's a power here that feels almost prehistoric, doesn't it? It's like you're tapping into the wild heart of the subcontinent. This is the world the elephant belongs to, a world that, as we're about to see, is shrinking way too fast.
Nature wants it this way. What can we do? Now this quote, it comes from a villager, and we'll get into the story behind it a bit later. But just let that sink in for a moment. It captures this profound, almost heartbreaking acceptance in the face of conflict. It really frames everything we're going to talk about today.
Okay, so to really get a handle on the challenges today, we have to go back, way back. So let's start by exploring just how deeply the elephant is woven into the very fabric of Indian culture and history. And believe me, this is not a new relationship. We're talking about a bond that goes back for millennia. For thousands of years, elephants were the tanks of ancient armies, the prized mounts of emperors, a true symbol of power. But they were also crucial partners in day-to-day life, helping in forestry and construction. They are, quite literally, foundational figures. And then, of course, you have Ganesha, the beloved elephant-headed god of wisdom, the remover of obstacles. He's worshipped all across the country, and he's maybe the most powerful example of the reverence this animal is given. See, the elephant isn't just respected. In many ways, it's considered divine.
All right, let's switch from culture to biology for a second, just to ground ourselves in the facts. We're talking about an animal that can be over 3 meters tall, weigh up to 6,000 kilograms, that's like 4 cars, and live for 60 or 70 years, just like us. But that last fact on the slide, that's the one that hits hard. Endangered. This giant is incredibly vulnerable.
Now, you might think an elephant is an elephant, right? But there are some really key differences. Take a look at the ears. See how the Asian elephant has smaller, more rounded ears? Compare that to the African elephant, whose ears are huge, kind of shaped like the continent of Africa, actually, which is a neat trick to remember it. It's a subtle but important distinction. And this is where the story takes a turn. That ancient bond, the one built over thousands of years, is now under immense, almost unbearable strain. We're now living in an age of unprecedented human-elephant conflict. Get ready for this number, 30 to 40. What is that? That's the number of people killed in encounters with elephants every single year. And that's just in one region, Southwest Bengal. It's a tragic, stark reminder of what happens when these two worlds collide.
So why is this happening? Well, it's not just one thing, it's a perfect storm, really. As human populations expand, elephant habitats are shrinking and getting chopped up into tiny pieces. And this forces the elephants to cross our world, our farms, our highways, our railway lines, creating these deadly flashpoints.
This map right here just says it all, doesn't it? Look at the green areas. That's the elephant's home range. It's not one continuous forest anymore. It's a bunch of isolated islands in a sea of human development. Elephants are built to roam for miles and miles. They need connected corridors to survive, and those corridors are disappearing. Now listen to this. This quote comes from a 70-year-old woman who was severely injured by an elephant. And yet, she still calls the elephant Mama. Can you believe that? She has this deep, incredible empathy. She says, "We are helpless, so are they." She gets it. The animal wasn't malicious, it was desperate. They're both trapped in this situation. But it's not all doom and gloom. Because in the face of all this conflict, there's an ancient source of wisdom that might just hold the keys to coexistence. And we find it in the world of the mahout. For centuries, tribal communities have lived alongside elephants, developing a relationship so deep it's almost symbiotic. The mahouts, or elephant keeper, is the living embodiment of that connection. This isn't knowledge you get from a textbook. It's passed down from generation to generation. So a mahout isn't just a trainer. They're a companion, a caretaker, and a vet all rolled into one. They possess a kind of living science of animal welfare, understanding the subtle languages of elephant behavior in a way that modern conservation is only now starting to truly appreciate. And look at these methods. They are just brilliant in their simplicity. A mahout can tell if an elephant is healthy just by checking if there's dirt on both its sides. That means it rolled over and slept well. Or by monitoring its dung. It's an intimate, totally non-invasive way of doing a health check.
And then you hear stories that just stop you in your tracks. Stories of incredible sacrifice.
like that of Mamban and Padici. This couple dedicated their entire lives to raising 8 orphaned elephant calves. Get this, they even missed their own son's funeral because one of the calves was sick and needed their care. That level of dedication. It shows a bond that truly goes beyond species.
This traditional wisdom is absolutely vital. But what's really exciting is how it's now being combined with modern innovation to find brand new paths toward coexistence. This is where the story gets really creative.
First, let me introduce you to the villain of this chapter, a plant called lantana. It's an invasive weed, and this stuff is nasty. It spreads like wildfire, creating these thick, thorny thickets that choke out all the native plants that elephants and other animals need to eat. It basically turns huge areas of forest into a food desert.
And here is where we see an absolutely ingenious solution. Local communities are now harvesting this destructive weed and turning it into art. Tribal artisans are using their incredible skills to transform these lantana stalks into stunning, life-sized elephant sculptures.
Think about how amazing this is. This single initiative does 3 things at once. It removes the invasive weed, helping to restore the forest habitat. It provides a sustainable livelihood for the community. And, as you can see, it's bringing the story of conservation to a global stage. I mean, that's right in front of Buckingham Palace. Now, this fantastic grassroots innovation is being supported by larger nationwide efforts. Project Elephant, a government program, is working to secure those vital elephant corridors we saw earlier, trying to ensure these giants have the space they need to roam safely.
So we're left with this fundamental question, aren't we? On this crowded planet of ours, who really needs to adapt more? Elephants are already adapting, navigating a world fragmented by our roads and farms. But can they adapt fast enough? Or does the ultimate responsibility lie with us to change our world to make room for them?
This final image is such a powerful metaphor. These lantana elephants, literally born from a problem, now existing peacefully among people. It's a vision of a future, isn't it? One where human ingenuity and a deep respect for nature allow us to share this planet. A future where both the emperor and the elephant can not only survive but thrive.